friends, welcome to our channel Jayaditya Math Tutorial. We are doing a series of 10th class mathematics. As a part of this, we are now in the chapter similar triangles. Today we are going to enter the very awaited chapter, that is similar triangles. Now, similar triangles is very important for you. Why? Because you will be having the questions from all the areas. That means in each and every section you will be finding definitely a similar triangles question. So such an important chapter is similar triangles. Most of the students feel difficulty about similar triangles chapter. Whenever a teacher asks some students what is your toughest chapter in your 10th class, means they will be definitely telling similar triangle. Similar triangle will be one of the toughest chapters for all the students, but actually it is not so tough. Okay, now what I say is similar triangles is the tricky chapter and it is completely based on reasoning, and the student who are weak at calculations also can solve the questions of similar triangles. So students who fear of mathematics and they are interested in observation, those who observe the figures carefully, he can easily crack these questions. So such an easy chapter actually. Only the thing is here you will be having some reasons. For each and every step you need to write reasons here. Why? Because this all questions comes under, maximum of the questions comes under reasoning and proof. So for each and every step you need to write reasons here, and you should have complete command over all the criterions of similarity, right? So without wasting much time, we will be entering into the class, and here you have some important concepts like basic proportionality theorem, converse of basic proportionality theorem, and Pythagoras theorem, construction of triangles, which is very important. Definitely you will get a question in 4 marks. So such kind of gunshot questions are there in this chapter. So you can, if you practice some part, you can easily score the marks. So the only thing, in order to attempt the 2 mark and 1 mark section, the most thing, if at all the question comes under choice, you can leave for choice. But if the question comes in 2 mark and 1 mark questions, you should not miss them, right? If you miss 1 or 2 marks, it shows impact on your overall GPA, right? So you should not miss those marks. In order not to miss those marks, you should definitely practice, try this and do this in this chapter. Okay, so now we will be entering into our chapter, that is similar triangles. You know one thing, what is that? If you are new to my channel, please do subscribe, and if you like my class, please do like and share with your friends and hit the bell icon for notifications. Okay, let us enter our chapter, that is similar triangles. Right now, so how can you say that two figures are similar? I am not talking about triangles here. How can you say that two figures are similar? The first thing is corresponding angles must be equal. The second one is corresponding sides must be proportional, right? Now, so you need to observe these 2 points in each and every problem. So you should observe corresponding angles, and you should observe corresponding sides here. So corresponding angles must be equal and corresponding sides must be proportional. What do you mean by proportion, Nana? Proportion means if you take the ratio of corresponding sides, all the ratios must be equal, right? Now, for example, let us take here 3 different rectangles and let us observe what happens. For example, I am taking a smaller rectangle with the dimensions 2 units and 3 units, and I am taking one more. I am taking its units as 3 and 4, its dimensions as 3 and 4, and let me take one more, that is like 3 and 4.5 units now. 3 and 4.5 units. So here you can see first rectangle, second rectangle, and third rectangle. Here you have 3 rectangles now. In all the cases, so see here now, all the angles are 90 degrees only. Why? Because it is a rectangle. In all the 3 figures, all the angles are right angles now. So you can say that corresponding angles must be equal. This is right. Okay, so which 2 figures are similar? I am asking you which 2 figures are similar here, right now. So in order to check, first condition is already satisfied in all the 3 figures, and we should check for corresponding sides now. So see here, I am checking these corresponding sides here. Let me take this as A, B, C, D, and this as E, F, G, H, and this as I, J, K, L now. I, J, K. Okay, so if you observe corresponding sides means if it is the side, we are taking that side here. So let us take the ratio of first these 2. So the ratio will be, corresponding sides will be here 2 by 3, and here if you observe it is 3 by 4 now. If you take DC and HG, ratio of DC and HG is 3 by 4, ratio of AD and EH is 2 by 3 here. So are the ratios equal here? No. And check for first and third one. So what is the ratio of AD to IL? AD to IL, that is 2 by 3, right now. And if you check for DC and LK, now. If you check for DC and LK, it is 3 by 4.5, right now. 3 by 4.5. Okay, once you check here how to find out. So this is nothing but if you cancel this one, this is 1.5, 3s are 1.5, 2s are none. So if you simplify, the fraction is 2 by 3. If you observe here the ratios of corresponding sides are equal. That means the corresponding sides of first and third figure are equal. That means you can say that corresponding sides of first and third figures are proportional here. So in case of first and third, the second condition is also satisfying. So you can say that the first and third are similar here. Okay, in your 9th standard you have learnt about congruency of triangles, right? So what do you mean by congruent, Nana? There the shape must be equal and also size must be equal. Always you remember, Nana, size is referring to the dimension of sides. Okay, size depends on dimensions of the sides and shape depends on the angles. Okay, shape depends on the angles. We have some basic figures here and you can say those figures are similar. At any case, whatever the dimensions may be, always those figures will be similar. So what are those figures? This is very important question for your bits. So first thing is, always the circles are similar. You have learnt in your 9th class that two circles are congruent when their radii are equal. What do you mean by congruent? It is like same shape and same size. So in a circle, if radius is equal, then the figure will be definitely equal, right? So here also always the circles will be similar here. And if you take squares, always the squares are similar. The squares are similar here. Why? Because always if you take any corresponding ratio of any two sides, always it will be equal. Why? Because in square all the sides are equal, right? For example, if I take the dimensions as 2, 2, 2, 2 here and this as 3, 3, 3, 3. If you take any ratio of any two corresponding sides, always it will be same here, 2 by 3, 2 by 3, 2 by 3 and 2 by 3 like that, right? And also equilateral triangles. Only equilateral triangles. In only equilateral triangles, always they will be similar again. Why? Because its shape will be same. Okay, its shape will be same. Why? Because always the angles in an equilateral triangle will be 60 degrees each, right? And if I take the dimensions again 2, 3, 2, 3 like that, always the ratios will be 2 by 3, 2 by 3, 2 by 3. So always equilateral triangles are also similar. Okay, now leave about circle. So observe these two figures now, square and an equilateral triangle. Square is a polygon with 4 sides and the equilateral triangle is a polygon with 3 sides. Always these two are similar, I am telling. Why? What is the common thing you can observe in a square and an equilateral triangle? The most common thing is here, even in equilateral triangle all sides are equal and in the square all sides are equal. So that is the common point here. So always the shape will be same and sides will be definitely proportional. Okay, so what I am telling here, all the angles are equal here, all the sides are equal. So we call some polygons with all sides are equal and all angles are equal as regular polygons. What do we call them, Nana? Regular polygons. So in this, all angles must be equal and also all sides must be equal. If these two are equal, then we say that the figure is a regular polygon. You can say that always the regular polygons are similar. Always the regular polygons are similar. So why? Because all the angles will be equal and definitely if you take any two, then the ratios will be how much now? The ratios of corresponding sides will be always equal here. Okay, so this is the case now. And you have something like some topic like scale factor. What do you mean by scale factor? The ratio of corresponding sides is known as a scale factor. Now the ratio of corresponding sides of any two figures is known as scale factor. Let me take some figures here. Let us take equilateral triangle only. I am taking one more equilateral here, equilateral triangle as 2 with the sides 2 2, and let me take one more equilateral triangle with the sides 4 4 4 none. Okay, so let us name all the vertices here, that is A, B, C, and this is D, E, F, and this is G, H, I, and let me take one more figure also like this, G, H, I, this is J, K, L with the dimensions 3 3 3 none, with the dimensions 3 3 3. Okay, so all are equilateral triangles, so definitely they will be similar nana. So here we are talking about the scale factor. Okay, what is the scale factor here? For example, if you take the ratio of, corresponding sides, if you take the ratio of corresponding sides, here in all the cases the corresponding sides ratios will be equal, already we know that, but we'll be taking each and every one. If I take AB by DE, I am taking the corresponding sides as AB and DE nana. So AB by DE is equals to how much? This is 3 by 2, that is 3 by 2 here now. Okay, so see here na, AB is equals to 3 by 2 of DE, you can say AB is equals to how much? 3 by 2 of DE. Clear na? So see here the scale factor is 3 by 2. Here the scale factor is 3 by 2. If the scale factor is 3 by 2, then that is an improper fraction and its value will be greater than 1. Its value will be greater than 1. For your clear understanding, I have written like this. So if the scale factor is greater than 1, then you will get an enlarged figure. You will get an enlarged figure. So you are comparing the sides with the DE. Okay, you are always comparing the sides with the DE. That means with this triangle you are comparing them. So with this triangle, its scale factor is 3 by 2. So you will get an enlarged figure. You will get an enlarged figure here. Clear? So here you can say that AB by DE is equals to 3 by 2. So you can say that AB is bigger triangle than DE. AB is bigger triangle than DE. And you see these two none. If I compare like this, AB by GH, if I compare AB by GH, the scale factor will be how much, Nana? It is 3 by 4. GH is 4 here. AB by GH is equals to 3 by 4. Its value is less than 1. Its value is less than 1. So what can you say about AB here? AB is the smaller triangle and GH is the bigger triangle. GH is the bigger triangle here. Clear? So there the scale factor is less than 1. So AB is the reduced figure. If it is bigger one, we'll say enlarged. If it is smaller one, we'll say it is reduced figure. And if you compare AB and JK, AB and JK nana, here the scale factor is 3 by 3, which is equals to 1. 3 by 3 is equals to 1. If the scale factor is equal, we get same figure nana. We get exact figure. So this case is nothing but congruent. You say those figures are congruent figures. Okay, now when the scale factor is equals to 1, you get the same exact figure, that we call it as congruent figure. So you can understand that congruency is the part of similarity. Congruency is the part of similarity. If the scale factor is greater than 1, you will get enlarged figure. If the scale factor is less than 1, you will get a diminished figure or reduced figure. And if the scale factor is equals to 1, you will get a congruent figure. Clear, Nana? So always you should keep in mind this one. Okay, why? Because you will be using this scale factor when you are constructing similar triangles. For example, construct a similar triangle to triangle ABC whose scale factor is 4 by 3. I told you. Construct a similar triangle to ABC whose scale factor with the scale factor 4 by 3. So here 4 by 3 is greater than 1. So you should get an enlarged figure. Obviously you will get this figure. If you draw a similar figure, then you will get the triangle GHI. If I ask you to draw the figure with the scale factor 2 by 3. Okay, if draw a similar triangle to triangle ABC with a scale factor 2 by 3 means you will get a diminished figure, so you will get this one. If the scale factor is 1, if you draw again you will get JKL triangle. Nana. Clear? So you should understand these concepts very, very clearly. So here what are the things you should remember, Nana? So similarity means the sides must be equal, angles must be equal and sides must be proportional. Angles must be equal and sides must be proportional here. Okay. Clear now? And now we will be entering into one important theorem. Why? Because first of all, if you learn the theorem, then you can solve the problems of all the first exercise. So better you learn the theorem. After learning the theorem, I'll tell you how to do that one, and proof is not required. Proof is not required for examination. They will never ask a proof for you, but you should definitely know the statement and what are the conditions involved. So what is basic proportionality theorem? It is also known as BPT theorem. BPT we will be telling in shortcut, and also it is known as Thales theorem also. BPT or Thales theorem or basic proportionality theorem. So what this theorem states is, so let us take a triangle ABC now. Let us take a triangle ABC. Okay. For example, if a line drawn parallel to the third side, such that it cuts the other two sides, in two different points D and E. If a line is drawn parallel to the third side, such that it cuts the other two sides in 2 points, that is D and E, then, so here the condition is, if DE is parallel to BC, then what the theorem states is, AD by DB will be equals to AE by EC now. AE by EC. Clear? So see here, once again you understand the case here. If a line drawn parallel to the third side such that it intersects or it cuts the other two sides of a triangle DE, then AD by DB, AD means this part, AD by DB will be equals to AE by EC. Here you should observe the triangles very, very carefully and keenly. You should observe here. If you observe keenly only, then you can solve the problems clearly. So this is about basic proportionality theorem. That's all. Okay, and next you have converse of BPT. Converse means it will be just reverse. Converse of BPT means it will be reverse of basic proportionality theorem. So see here, what basic proportionality theorem tells you, if a line drawn parallel, then the ratios are equal, right? First condition is parallel, then ratios are equal. But here it is converse, right? So in the converse, what we will be talking means, if the ratios are equal, for suppose there is a line cutting two sides in the points D and E, so the statement will be like this one: if AD by DB is equals to AE by EC, then DE is parallel to BC. Okay, now in basic proportionality theorem, first you will be writing this one. This will be first position and this will be second position in basic proportionality theorem. In converse it will be reverse. That's all. In converse it will be reverse. If the ratios are equal, then the lines are equal. Then the lines are parallel. If the ratios are equal, then the lines are parallel here. That means the DE is parallel to the third side. Okay. In a triangle, if a line cuts two sides in D and E such that AD by DB is equals to AE by EC, then DE will be parallel to BC. That is the converse of basic proportionality theorem. Clear? For this also you have a proof. If you want the proof, you do comment in the comment section. So these are the very, very basic statements here. Just based on these basic statements, you can solve many problems. You may solve the 4-mark problem, you may get 4-mark problem, you may get 2-mark problem, you may get 1-mark problem also. Okay, so this topic is very, very important. In the next class we will be doing problems on these theorems now. Okay, first exercise completely we will be completing in our next class, so don't miss that class. If you have any doubts, you do comment in the comment section. If you are new to my channel, please do subscribe, and if you like my class, please do like and share with your friends. If you give your feedback, definitely I'll try to change as per your requirement. Okay, thank you for now. Let us meet in our next class. Till then, bye.